Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony's connivance with an unholy Ifa diviner has caused a lot of problems in the palace, as Ooni of Ife is said to have screamed and said that Ebony will have to, disclose the name of the Ifa priest she has been working with or leave the palace. Now, as you're hearing, if the information is true, there is a serious unrest in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, as the Ooni of Ife has furiously demanded that Ebony must reveal the identity of the Ifa priest she has been secretly working with or face banishment. The entire palace is gripped with tension and whisper of betrayal and spiritual manipulation. Okay, feel the air, okay? At the center of the controversy is a shocking revelation that has left the Ooni enraged. Sorry about the way I'm speaking today. I am actually not in a comfortable place, okay? I'm not at home. I am actually, yes, good afternoon, my darling. Yes, I'm actually doing this video outside in the car, and it's quite like cold where I am, okay? So you're probably hearing this from my voice. So bear with me, okay? So as I was saying, okay, at the center of the controversy is a shocking revelation that left Ooni of Ife enraged. It all began, some time ago, there was this report that Ebony was, having some kind of, what do I call it? Is it relationship or some kind of affiliation or alliance, rather the word should be alliance, with an Ifa priest that is called Pashegun, okay? And that Ifa priest that is called Pashegun is said to have been casted out of the palace at some point for doing some of these fake divination, okay? And they said Ebony was having something to do with that power, but they said she declined. That is not her, that she has absolutely nothing to do with that man, okay? Now, recently again, they said that she has been seeking spiritual counsel, okay? This came at the time when discussions about the future of Prince Tadenikawo returning back into the palace, of course, and Queen Naomi was, on top gear, okay? Sources claim that the Ooni is making significant arrangement at the time to secure the wealth and legacy of Prince Tadenikawo, ensuring that his place as the royal heir remains undisputed, okay? That was then. However, they said that this move did not sit well with a lot of individuals, because at that time, they were fighting Olori Naomi so much. They never wanted Olori Naomi to be returned back into the palace, and they just kept on going on with Olori Naomi, fighting this woman both spiritually and otherwise. So when they heard that Ooni of Ife was making those kinds of decisions, they did not like it at all. So when Ooni of Ife left the decision of the packing of sand from the Ogun shrine to the elders, they said that Ooni of Ife said he was already tired, that he would not be part of that decision making. They should go ahead and do what they think Ebony deserves. The kind of punishment Ebony deserves, they should give it to Ebony. Ebony ran to Dr. Lizzie, and Ebony also ran to Olori, as in to Dr. Lizzie, to beg Olori Naomi. Now, things didn't stop there. Ooni of Ife said, okay. Now, she said that the reason why she went to go and pack that sand was because an Ifa priest had mentioned to her that Olori Naomi's mother was using something to control the Ooni of Ife to continue to love Queen Naomi and give all that he has to Tadenikawo. So when Oni heard this, Oni now said that Ebony must, state the identity of that Ifa priest, because she was saying that it was her own diviner that made her to go and pack the sand, but she never mentioned the name of the diviner. But this time, Ooni of Ife went ahead to say that you must mention the name of the diviner. You must mention the name of the Ifa priest that gave you the audacity to go and pack sand from the Ogun distance. They say Ebony now mentioned Pashegun, who is an Ifa priest that has been casted out of the palace of the Ooni of Ife for fraudulent practices, fake Ifa divinations, and all of that. And of everybody that Ebony would want to work with, they say it was a very big surprise to hear that it is this same man that has been working so much against the palace. They say Kabiyesi scream Pashegun. Pashegun. They say he gaps of, this belief, okay? Like this belief echoed through the palace hall. Shock registered on the faces of everyone present. The Ooni of Ife, unable to contain his outrage, slammed his staff on the ground and read, "Ha! Have you been working with Pashegun? Ebony, you, a man who constantly worked against me, a man I casted out of this palace for his fraudulent practices? Why?" They said the revelation was nothing short of a bombshell. Pashegun was a name that had long been buried in the palace past, a former Ifa priest who had been exposed for his deceitful ways. He was discovered that he had manipulated sacred divinations, misled the Oni, and even attempted to cause division within the royal household. Years ago, the Oni had personally ordered his exile, vowing never to allow such deceit to, come anywhere close to the palace. Now, how can Ebony, of all people, be working with this person? It was the question on everybody's mind. Now, to the Oni's horror, one of his own queens, Omo, in fact, they said that it was something that he could not even bear. The matter did not end there. A more shocking detail emerged. Pashegun had instructed Ebony to perform a powerful ritual by collecting sand from Ogun's shrine, an act considered spiritually dangerous and a direct, insult to the Oni's authority. This revelation only deepened the Oni's fury. With his face darkened by anger, he proclaimed, "You must now choose what you want by yourself. You must now use your mouth to reveal everything. The plan that you've had with Pashegun, or prepared to leave this palace forever." They said that was what Ooni of Ife roared out of his mouth. They said the other queens exchanged glances, some with fear, others with silent satisfaction. They knew that Ebony had crossed a dangerous line. Even those who once saw her as a formidable force now distanced themselves from her, unwilling to be dragged into the storm of her action. Now, they said it was only Dr. Elizabeth that was pleading that they take it easy, they take it easy, and they take it easy. The reason was because she had gone to meet with Dr. Elizabeth, begging Dr. Elizabeth amidst tears to also speak to Olori Nami because things were getting out of hand. They said it was a very serious tension, like unbelievable tension that happened in the palace of the Ooni of Ife over this drama that has to do with Ebony and, Pashegun. How on earth would you be working with somebody that your own king, the Ooni of Ife, banished out of the palace? How is it possible that you want to work with such a person? Is the question that everybody is asking right about now. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.